Welcome to GK Mojo. So in this 30 days to CAT challenge, today we are going to cover DILR. Alright, so DILR historically in CAT has to be a mixture of DI and LR in most of the sets, wherein you have to, combine your aptitude skills along with your calculative skills. Alright, but you need to really interpret the data in a proper way to be able to crack a set. So we are going to see a very good set in which you'll need your analyzing skills as well as your observational skills in this set. Let's get started. So the question says, answer the question on the basis of information given below. So this Professor Singh has been tracking the number of visitors to his homepage. This is his homepage, and this professor has been tracking the number of visitors. His service provider has provided him with the following data on the country of origin of the visitors and the university they belong to. Okay, so the countries are over here. All right, it's Canada, it's Netherlands, right? It's India, UK and US. 5 countries are there, and there are 8 universities. Okay, so these 8 universities should be belonging to this 5 countries, and there's this day 1, day 2 and day 3, right? So this is what the interpretation of data means. Like, you have to understand what sort of data is given and how is it represented. Okay, so I think they have just given this much thing and then they have just moved on to the question. So it would be better if we just go on to the questions straight away and then go about the solving. Okay, so the first question is, university 1 can belong to which? So basically, as I had told you, we will have to just find out that which country, which university belongs to which country. All right, so there are 5 countries. All right, and there is this day 1, day 2 and day 3, correct? All right, now we'll just put university 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 in this columns as and when we get it. So this is the representational data given, right? But we only need to find out on which day which university belongs to which country. As simple as that. We need to find out just that. All right, so maybe like this. All right, this is country and this is university. This is what you need over here. So the way to begin this is look out for India. All right, India is the only country which sends 2 visitors on day 2, right? And even in this day 2 wala table of university, you can see that university 8 is the only university to send 2. So definitely university 8 belongs to India, right? This is how you need to decode things. Similarly, if you go on to see in this day 3 of university, there is this 2. University 4 sends 2 visitors, and if you go on to see, UK is the only country which sends 2 on day 3. Hence, UK is university 4, right? Guys, there can be more, all right? Each country may have more than one university because there are 8 universities and 5 countries. So there can be addition. So just do not assume that this is the only country, okay? University 6, if you see that there is this 1 over here, 1 visitor on day 3, and in this column, if you see, USA is the only country to send 1 visitor. Hence, here you get University 6. I hope you have understood the method. Now, again in this column, if you see, this 1 is alone over here, 1 visitor from University 3. And the only country over here sending 1 visitor on day 2 is Netherlands. Hence, Netherlands belongs to University 3 belongs to Netherlands, right? Now, all other cases will be, tentative. Okay, so like, let's see, University 7. So University 7 sends 2 visitors on day 1, right? Which are the countries that are sending 2 visitors on day 1? It's Canada as well as UK, right? It's Canada as well as UK. You cannot just confirm from here. Hence, Canada and UK. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just write down Uni 1, Uni 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This would be much easier to decode now, right? So University 3 is Netherlands. I'll just put it over here. University 8 is India. 6 is USA. All right, and 4 is UK, right? This is what we found out. University 7, as we saw, can be either Canada, right, or US. So University 7 can be Canada or US, right? Now let's see University 5. University 5 has one visitor. All right, University 5 has one visitor. Now each other country has one visitor, so it can be either, so this is UK. All right, by mistake I wrote USA. Now if you go on to see University 2 again, all right, it has got this 2 over here, and only countries with 2 is Canada and UK. All right, so University 2 again can be either from Canada or UK. All right, now University 1 has one visitor coming in. All right, now which other country is giving one visitor? It's Netherlands and India. US is already gone, so India slash Netherlands. Similarly, University 5 again can be split against India slash Netherlands, and that is your final table, guys. Now it's pretty easy to solve the questions. University 1 belongs to, can belong to, sorry, can belong to. So University 1 can belong to India, Netherlands. So Netherlands is there in the option. C is the correct choice. So the next question, to which country does University 5 belong to? India or Netherlands, but not USA. Okay, this is the correct answer. We already know from the table that we created, so no need to check the other options. Visitors from how many universities from UK visited Professor Singh's homepage in 3 days? So from visitors from how many universities from UK? Alright, how many universities from UK they presented? 1, 2, 3 or 4? Alright, so the correct answer to this question is option B, that is 2, and you can make it out from the table. Which of the following listed countries can possibly host 3 of the 8 listed universities? So only UK can do that. Option B is the correct choice. So guys, I hope you would have gotten a gist of how to interpret data and how to properly bring all your observational skills into your DILR set. So representation of data is of high importance, because the way you build your tables and everything and understand what tables are given will make it very easy for you to solve. And second is, you have to be really aware about the data that is given, aware of the data. You have to understand what data is given and what is its significance. All right, you have to then connect all the dots, connect the dots between the data, like what is missing, how can it be gotten from the information given or the sentences that are given in the stem of the passage. All of these things you have to understand. If you can do this in first 1 or 2 minutes, go for that set. All right, then simply go to the questions once, take a glance and see whether you are able to connect it with what you have interpreted. You would be able to solve it. Calculation is not difficult. I'll show you some calculation skills also in the upcoming videos, but understanding data should be your first goal if you are revising right now, or even if you are starting right from the scratch. All right, that's all in this video, guys. Please visit us at gkmojo.com. Thank you.